Hey, welcome to Arbor Digital Update from the Forest. I'm Tad Reeves, Principal Architect at Arbor Digital. Today I'm having a wet ride because it has been raining pretty much nonstop for the last couple weeks. We've had thunderstorms. Our house actually got hit by lightning. Well, this is usually not a waterfall. Let's fall down. Yeah, our house actually got hit by lightning, taking out the top part of our chimney, sending big pieces of rock through our deck. It was pretty crazy. My wife actually caught it on video.
So, do you think I should be allowing this, Dad?
In any case, I've got a couple things to update you guys about. Number one, we're going to be doing a meetup at the end of June. It's going to be June 23rd to be exact. And it's going to be in Columbus, Ohio. Columbus happens to be the epicenter of a big grouping of AEM customers. There's a lot of AEM customers and practitioners and experts and so forth in the Columbus area, oddly. So we're going to go up there. So if you're within striking distance of Columbus, please come on by. Everybody's welcome, whether you're an AEM customer, an architect, a consultant, an author, or if you've considered Adobe stuff in the past and want to talk to Adobe customers and find out whether we like it or not. That's going to be Monday, June 23rd, 4 p.m. You'll provide pizza. Hopefully gluten-free pizza too, for my sake. But I'll be doing a presentation there on the 3 content management systems that Adobe presently offers. Which is kind of wild that Adobe presently has 3 entirely separate offerings right now. And what's also funny is that they're all really good. And there's a lot that one needs to know to make a decision as to which one's right for you. The elder statement of all of them is now just recently gotten a refresh in the form of AEM 6.5 LTS. I was previously calling it AEM 6. All the artifacts are still AEM 6.6. something. But I seem to be the only person who's actually still actively calling it AEM 6.6. So if you call it 6.5 LTS, I won't be offended. But that's its official name. It runs on JDK 17, which is a long-term support version of Java. It's updated. It does all kinds of. It doesn't actually have too many new tricks, but that's been Adobe's problem with AEM 6.5 all the way up until this point. Is it may be long in the tooth, but the things that it does well, it does very, very well. And for companies that have entrenched AEM presence, they have personnel already, they have a site that deploys well on AEM, that fits well with AEM. In some cases, they don't have, it's not that there's no utility for moving, but sometimes from a cost-benefit ratio type of a thing, it's there isn't a particular reason to move to one of the newer offerings, unless you're coming with a lot of baggage and you're like, all right, I'm already redoing things. Let's rock and roll and do something new, which is where the 2 other offerings really come into play. And at the meetup, I'm going to talk about them in detail. But basically, those 2 other offerings besides AEM 6.5, you've got AEM as a cloud service, which is Adobe's auto-scaling cloud-native offering that debuted in 2020. Has a lot of features that organizations like. A bit less in the way of DevOps footprint that's needed. You still need DevOps guys, but less, because you don't have to at least deploy the instances yourself and so forth. They do scale by themselves to a degree, and can take quite a bit of punishment in terms of traffic. There are drawbacks in terms of the fact that AEM as a cloud service is, hope I don't get mud all over my lens here. AEM as a cloud service still carries with it a lot of the same baggage as AEM 6.5 did, in terms of it takes a lot of work to make pages. It takes a lot of work to make a project. And as a result, the footprint of your team is relatively large. But it makes it so that smaller teams, lighter footprint teams, or teams that want to be able to redeploy some of their marketing resources on other things new Gen AI stuff, targeting stuff, analytics stuff. If you want to redeploy your team on other things, it makes it a little bit more difficult. So with that, but it is also the right call for a lot of teams too. It's something that one should consider if you are an existing AEM customer. Most net new customers though, however, are probably going to want to take a very, very in-depth look at the new edge delivery services, which we went into great detail in our last podcast with our principal architect or front-end architect, Sean, who gave a lot of great insights about working on edge delivery on adobe.com. So a lot of big things that you get out of it in terms of massively increased speed in terms of both time to market, page delivery speed, development time. It's all faster. It's a dream to work on. I have a lot of things to say about it, but then again, I already said that. So we're going to talk about those in detail. There are positives and negatives to each of them. And one can't give a 100% glowing report to every single piece of technology. There is always a drawback to anything. So we're going to discuss those and hopefully discuss it with a bunch of people who are currently running AEM so that we can talk about this in detail with real use cases. So can't wait for the Columbus AEM meetup. We'll release a recording of that afterwards. And I hope to see some of you guys there. And if you have anything specific that you would love for me to take up or love for us to discuss at that meetup, like, oh, what about this use case? What about this use case? What about experience fragments? Can you not do experience fragments in edge delivery? What about China? What about? Then just let me know and we'll make sure to take them up. Otherwise, see you guys soon.